You guys are absolutely going to love this one. So NIO is working really hard to get those high sales numbers. Exactly how are they doing that? Well, I got some deep insight here from China about exactly what they're doing, including an undercover program. And everything I'm going to tell you in this video just shows that NIO is really tightening the screws on sales, and they're boosting those numbers up, giving me more confidence that 30,000 deliveries is possible for October. So make sure you watch to the very end to learn the whole picture. Before, I've reported on how NIO sales reps were sometimes lazy in the past. Now, what they've done is they've actually installed cameras within the showroom. And if for any reason you're caught not attending to customers that are in the showroom, you might get automatically fired. It's just company policy. So beforehand, a while back, a year back, sales reps might selectively choose what kind of customers they want to attend to. Now, you got no option. And right now, the first impressions are just so nice. No matter who walks into the store and wants to check out the car, there's going to be a sales rep that comes up to you, hands you a bottle of water. And NIO CEO of Beijing said he made this compulsory for everybody to do to ensure that NIO's level of first impression and the sales reps are doing their job up to standard. NIO actually has an undercover program, a spy program for NIO owners like me, NIO user volunteers, to basically pretend to be a new customer, go into a store that we've never been to, and just go through the normal routine of questioning about the car, walking through the whole process, and even test driving the car. And then you report back. Was this up to your standards? What could have been done better? How does it compare to when you test drove the car for the first time, etc., etc.? And this really helps NIO hone in the level of sales in the front lines. Also, on top of that, because this is only a small portion, not every NIO owner has time to go do this undercover program. Every single customer that test drives the car has a questionnaire, a rating system at the end of the test drive, at the end, after they've left the store, to basically ensure a few things. For example, is the test drive over 30 minutes long? This is very important. Is it comprehensive? Is it in detail? Did you learn stuff about the car? Are you satisfied with the sales rep? Now, these ratings and questions have very big impact on the sales staff and especially their salary. And if a sales rep gets too many of these bad reviews, then you'll know something's off about this, and they might just get fired. And speaking of getting fired, here in China, there's laws protecting people from getting fired. If you're fired, you have to pay. The company has to pay you 3 months of bonus salary. Hell, if there's a sales rep that's non-performing, and you got to pay them 3 months of extra salary, no effing way. So what NIO has done, which is very clever, and a lot of big companies do this, and that is, if you don't perform and you don't meet the KPI, and the NIO manager calls this swimming to shore. If you didn't make it to shore in 3 months, if you consistently have low sales number and in the last 10 percentile, so the worst 10% performing of sales, then you get placed into a semi-internship level. I mean, just by the name of it, you want to quit. Semi-internship level. I mean, like, holy crap. And then you're in that sort of category for 2 months. Your salary is significantly reduced, and you basically got 2 months to get your sales numbers back up. Otherwise, you automatically quit. There's no 3 months of bonus salary. Never. So NIO stockholders don't have to worry about NIO paying 3 months of bonus salary to non-performing sales reps. It ain't gonna happen. Now keep in mind, this doesn't happen for every single month. For those historically low performing months in terms of deliveries, it's very normal for even some of the top sales reps to not get that many deliveries and sales. But in those really good months, and still you're not doing that well, and remember, this is like several months of bad performance, then you get placed in that category. There's very little chance of the good sales reps being fired, all right, essentially. And on top of that, there's the hardcore daily schedule of all the sales reps. And of course, I learned this from the NIO manager. Every day, they got 1 hour of meeting just meeting with their superiors, and it's not like face-to-face meeting, it's through their phone. They set the targets, they ensure that they know what they're doing and what are their customers like, etc., etc. And then they also have 1 hour of mandatory learning. You have to learn something new about NIO 1 hour every single day. And then you got the normal stuff about, attending to customers, test drives, etc., etc., getting orders, phone calls, 60 cold calls a day, mandatory, must complete. If you don't complete it, game over. And I've seen some of the sales reps do phone calls. It's like, bro, super fast. And they also have voice to text. So every single phone call, after the phone call, they can quickly summarize what happened with that phone call. Customer's busy, or customer is not in town, or etc., etc. So you have a full record, and at any point in time, you can pull out any single phone number, a customer's phone number, and see the complete record from start to finish, all the phone calls that the sales reps made and the comments that they made, which is absolutely insane. So all that in one day. And then at the end of the day, they also have to write a comprehensive summary, a journal almost, for the day, what they did during this day, comprehensive, and submit that every single day. And sometimes even during their off days, they have to come in and give a test drive to their own customers. There was one sales rep who lives about 40 plus minutes away from NIO store, and it was on his off day, but one of his customer was coming in on that day, so he had to come even on his off day to give that customer a test drive. They're just working really, really hard. And at any point in time, if any one of these gets a really severely bad customer complaint, especially from NIO owners like me, then they get demoted or fired. That's how severe it is. And of course, it has to have material things to it, and it can't be like false accusations. If it's something that they did materially wrong, that was like against company values or something like that, at any time they might get the hammer. One such case was, for example, me. I got some referrals in, but the sales rep didn't contact them. And if you don't contact them within 24 hours, bad things are going to happen. And on top of that, they have so many new sales reps. They're all getting the same treatment, guys. And of course, you have perks for working for NIO. You get discount for your NIO purchase and also unlimited free battery swap while you're employed at NIO. So NIO is really working hard to ensure those high sales numbers. And we can see that reflected, especially here in Beijing. I can't speak so much for the other cities, but I know here in Beijing, they went from 5th place in terms of overall sales in China upwards to 2nd place. So all of this gives me tremendous confidence that they are able to achieve those great sales numbers in the future. Stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.